Welcome back. As always, be sure to leave a comment if you have anything to add to the conversation, because that's why I make these videos, to have conversations. So please, if you have anything to add, please let me know down there. Or if you have any video you want me to make in the future, any theory, any just topic in general, let me know and I'll be sure to talk about it. Or if you have any comments about the channel in general, because I'm always looking for improvement, and those comments help out a ton. Also, finally, be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games. It's one with the orange logo. Me and my friends have fun playing video games. A lot of Rainbow Six Siege over there if you're into that stuff. Let's get right into the video, though. So, there's been a lot of quote-unquote Borderlands news, especially lately. Now, I don't take anything for 100% certain until it comes out of either Gearbox, Randy Pitchford, or 2K, or anyone that works, with these companies. That's the only way I take it as actual news. Now, there's like something out there, he has his sources and whatnot, and a lot of those I agree with. I think it's all very possible, it's all very feasible, but I don't take it as actual fact until we hear it from Gearbox or until we actually get an official public announcement. I don't take it as fact. So that's what this video is going to be, is everything that we know 100% certain, no rumors, no leaks, no theories, nothing questionable. This is what we actually know. This is what Gearbox has officially come out and said about Borderlands 3. Now, before we actually start, I would kind of like to reiterate, I have nothing against Subject Matter or anything. I love watching his videos. I'm a huge fan of all that. I love watching them. I love the theories and whatnot, and the leaks and stuff. But I don't actually take it as official news until it's public, alright? All this can be true. He could be being 100% transparent, and his sources are legit, and everything that he says is going to happen. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying I don't take it as official until it's public. So, with that being said, let's get right into this. Now, this is starting off with a no-brainer, but obviously they are making this game. They've come out a couple times towards the end of Battleborn's release, and when they're still making the Battleborn DLC, they come out and said that we are working on what you want to be working on. We are working on more Borderlands stuff. They never actually explicitly came out and said it was Borderlands 3, but they said more Borderlands stuff, and the big one meaning some big sequel. So the name Borderlands 3 isn't actually confirmed, believe it or not, but they are at least working on the next Borderlands game. Just kind of the community's adopted it as Borderlands 3, which that makes the most sense because of numbers. But that is the actual first bit of official news on the next Borderlands, I guess I should call it, that we have. They have come out several times, more recently, but it was much more relevant towards the end of Battleborn's cycle, when Battleborn was starting to wind down and the DLC was starting to end. They came out and basically said, alright, we got most of our staff working on what you guys want. We got most of our staff working on Borderlands stuff. So we know the game's coming. We know the game's been being worked on for quite a while now. Because I don't know if you remember, Battleborn came out quite a while ago. And who knows if they're actually working on it before then. Most likely they were. My guess is they have been working on it basically since Borderlands 2 or pre-sequel. But the news here is they are working on the game. That's not some rumor. That's not a leak. That's not a myth. They are actually working on the game. They've come out and said that. So I'm sure you've heard this one before. It's been talked about a lot, and for good reason, because it's the only real concrete evidence we have of this game even existing. So if you're not aware, like I mentioned, when they're winding down the Battleborn DLC, they mentioned that they're at least working on Borderlands 3, and this kind of further proves it, because in the Battleborn DLC, there were a couple Easter eggs referencing the next Borderlands game. There's just a few quotes. They are, visit Promethea, children of the vault, we are not on Pandora anymore, Tannis is not what she seems, and do not open the vaults. This really doesn't tell us a lot. There's more just kind of theorize about, which a lot of people have done, so I'm not really going to theorize it, also since it's a video of things we know. The only things we really know from this is that Promethea is going to be involved in some way. The theory is that we're going to spend most of our time there, which makes the most sense, but that's a theory. The only thing we know is that Promethea will at least be involved. Same with the Children of the Vault. A lot of theories going on with who they are, what they are. All we know is that they will be involved. Tannis will be involved. Seems like she's going to be some kind of big player in the game, but all we know is that she will be in the game. And vaults will be in the game, but it's a Borderlands game. If we're not opening up at least one vault, what's the point? But I guess it is confirmed vaults will be in the game. So yeah, we don't really know a lot from these quotes. It's more just kind of little things in there like, hey, speculate about this. Hey, what does this mean? And that's great. I love it when things do that. I love teases like that before the actual official announcement. It seems like we're getting an official announcement fairly soon, but I kind of hope we get a couple more of these thrown in there, even after announcement, just teases about what's going to happen. Just something to theorize about, because these quotes did a good job of doing that, and I really appreciate that, and I want them to do more stuff like that. So this is kind of a big one, and I'm probably going to make a full video fully explaining PAX East, because as the day of me recording this is when they came out with the official schedule, and there's a lot to unravel about that, and so I'm gonna make a full video about that. But for now, all we know, because that's what this video is about, is that Gearbox will be at PAX East, and so will Randy Pitchford. He's come out multiple times saying that he's gonna be there. Even the whole allegations that happened didn't stop him. He still said he's gonna be there, so he has a reason to be there. And Gearbox on the schedule. And the quote from the actual PAX East website, the schedule is, this is your opportunity to get behind the scenes, look at Gearbox software and Gearbox publishing, along with the latest news and updates from the makers of Borderlands, Battleborn, Brothers in Arms, and more. We will have never before seen reveals, exclusives, and surprises, so don't miss out. So, oh boy, I'm not going to lie, right before I start recording this in particular is the first time I read that. So I'm still kind of trying to unpack it in my own head. But yeah, I'm going to make a full video, possibly right after I make this video, fully explaining my whole thoughts on that. But what we know is that they will be there. We don't know what those reveals or exclusives are. And I'm trying to keep this just what we know. Not going to theorize too much in this video. But what we know is that they're going to be there. And that is huge. That is absolutely massive. So this one might be pushing a little bit about what we actually know, but 2K released a earnings report, whatever. I'm not a financial person, so I'm not exactly sure about the nonsense about it. Bottom line is, what you guys gotta know is that they said they will have a big release from a well-established franchise from one of their developers sometime fiscal year 2020. Originally that was fiscal year 2019, but it got pushed back to 2020. We know it was the same game. So 2K is a big company. They have a lot of studios under their belt. So this actually doesn't really mean a lot as far as Borderlands 3. That's why I said it's kind of pushing it for news. But the rumor has it, and the most likely thing about this is that it is Borderlands 3. So I'm including it just to kind of cover my bases. But the only thing we actually know from this is that 2K has some big game coming out in 2019 or 2020, just fiscal year 2020. So that really doesn't sound like much, but there are a lot of signs pointing to this being Borderlands 3. So I am including it, but again, we don't know. That about does it for this one, guys. If I missed anything, be sure to let me know down in the comments. But try to keep it to things we actually know that have been officially released by either Gearbox or 2K or anyone that works at Gearbox publicly. I want to stress that because, yes, there are leaks and rumors, and people from Gearbox have been leaking things to certain people, but until it's actually public, I don't take it as official. So that's what this video is all about, was everything that is official and public. But I'm sure I did miss a couple things, so let me know if I did. I think I did a pretty good job of at least the big ones. So yeah, if there's any other video you want me to make, be sure to let me know. Like I said, I'll probably make a video specifically about PAX East fairly soon. So if anything, just kind of talk about PAX East in general, let me know in the comments and I'll include it. Or send any video in general, or send any comment about the channel in general, because I'm always looking for improvement in those comments about a ton. Also be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games. It's one with the orange logo as always. And yeah, see y'all in the next one. Keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together.